back to another episode of MLB The Show 23 featuring the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, before we get started, there was supposed to be a video or videos of us playing Texas, but I was having issues with the editing part, so we're going to have to skip those games. But to give you an update on what happened, we lost all three games. The first game 2-5, second game 4-7. The last game was 2-13, which sent us on a 7-game losing streak. So now we have completely lost our first place to the New York Yankees. We are in third place behind Toronto, and we're going to jump into the game against the San Diego Padres to try to get our winning streak back on track. And here we are, Game 1 at Petco Park, taking on the 37-31 San Diego Padres, as we are now 39-33. As we look into the fan cam as this amazing stadium, the fans are getting ready for their team to come out and try to get the first game of this series, as the Rays are trying to get at this 7-game losing streak. The starting pitcher for the Padres is going to be Michael Wacha. He has 9 games under his belt, 7-3, 39 strikeouts for 20 walks. And Shane McClanahan's got 15 starts, 7-6, 108 strikeouts, and 14 walks to go into this game. Vidal Brujan's going to be first up the bat at the top of the second, and his bat is going to break, and the shortstop's going to throw it to first, and that is not going to be in time. I think the bat breaking might have allowed him to get the first base. Let's look at the replay one more time. It slowed down the momentum of the ball, for my opinion, which allows the shortstop not to get there cleanly, and that allows Vidal Brujan to get to first. Josh Lowe's up the bat next, and he's going to hit it straight towards center field. It's going to get blocked by the second baseman, but he throws it to first, and Josh Lowe is going to make it in time. So Vidal Brujan has made it to second, and Josh Lowe is now at first. That's 2 hits now so far, looking at the replay. It was a nice stop by the second baseman, not cleanly enough, which allowed Vidal to get to second and allowed Josh Lowe to get the first. Brandon Lowe was up the bat, 3-2 with 1 out. Vidal at second, Lowe at first, and that's going to be a shot hit towards right field. That's going to allow Vidal Brujan to take it from third, and he is going to run home and slide and makes it in time. And Brandon Lowe is going to get an RBI single with Josh Lowe at second. So the Rays are going to score first. Wander Franco's up the bat next, and he's going to hit it towards the right field. It's going to get past the first baseman, which allows Josh Lowe to get the second to third, and he is going to run home and get there in time. And Brandon Lowe is going to be a second, and that is going to be Wander Franco's getting himself an RBI single. So we're going to jump to the bottom of the second. Shane McClanahan's up to bat, and he is going to strike out Luis Campanzino, keeping them off the scoreboard. They had a chance to get some points out of this inning. Was unable to do it with that strikeout from McClanahan. They got 2 hits, which allowed them to get the third and the first baseman, but that's all we allowed to give them. Top of the third, Greg Jones is up the bat. Here comes the pitch, and he's going to hit it top towards right field. Second baseman's unable to get to it, allows him to get himself a base hit. Taylor Walls is going to come up right behind Greg Jones after getting that base hit. 4 home runs, 8 RBIs. He's 0 for 1. Here comes the pitch. And that is going to be a rocket sent towards the right field. It is out of there for a 2-run homer for the Rays, and they have pushed the lead to 4 as Taylor Walls gets his 5th home run of the season, batting a home run distance of 395 feet, exit velocity of 104.9. Now we go to the bottom of the third. Nelson Cruz is up the bat. They got a man at second and a man at first, and that is hit deep towards right field. Luke Rayleigh's going to throw it to home. Juan Soto's going to slide, and he is not going to get it in time. They say he is out, and that is how they end the bottom of the third. That was a nice throw from Luke Rayleigh just to get there in time to keep the Padres off the scoreboard going into the top of the fourth. Here we are going into the bottom of the sixth. They're going to bring in Sean Armstrong. Plays 27 games. He is 1-4 with his record, but he has 34 strikeouts with 11 walks. Shane McClanahan did not give up any runs so far, but he got tired, so they had to bring in Sean Armstrong, who's going to take on Juan Soto, who is 2 for 2 with 2 singles already so far. Here comes the pitch, and he's going to hit it deep towards center field. No one's going to get there in time, and that is going to bounce off the wall, which allows them to get a double off of that hit. So that starts off the bottom of the sixth with Juan Soto's double. That is going to be his 16th of the season. Nelson Cruz is up the bat with a chance to walk. Here comes the pitch, and he's going to hit it over towards center field. Greg Jones is going to get there in time. Juan Soto is going to take off for third, and he is going to slide and get there with time. So now he is in scoring position with 1 out. Bottom of the sixth, Nelson Cruz is up to bat, and he's going to hit it toward the second baseman, and he's going to throw it to first, and Juan Soto will not be denied, and he is going to get the first score for the Padres, putting them down by 3, still with 1 out, as Nelson Cruz is going to get a base hit. Brujan should have probably thrown it to first, probably would have got Nelson Cruz out, at least give them 2 outs. But Jalen Beeks is going to come in 26 games, 2-1, strikeouts 33, 7 walks to try to close out this game as Juan Soto is back up. Here we are at the top of the seventh, bottom of the 7th. They got 2 outs, 2 men on base, and Juan Soto looking to tie the score or get some runs in. Here comes the pitch, and he's going to hit it over towards the first baseman. Diving the tip missed. Luke Ridley's going to throw it to home, and that is going to allow Alexander Bogaerts to get a score. And so now they are down by 2 with Juan Soto getting him an RBI single with the second baseman also. Matt Carpenter's up, and he is going to strike out to end the bottom of the 7th. So they get no more runs off of that. Top of the 8th, Josh Lowe is at the plate. Steven Wilson is in the pitch, and he's going to hit a fastball high and deep towards center field, and that is going to bounce off the wall, allowing Josh Lowe to get himself a double. And that is how we're going to start the top of the 8th. They got 1 out so far. Josh Lowe gets his 11th double of the season. Francisco is up to bat, and he's going to hit a fastball deep towards center field as Josh Lowe is going to stop at third, not taking any chances of getting out. But that is going to give Francisco a base hit. Brandon Lau is up to bat. They got 1 out. Josh Lowe at third. Francisco at first. Here comes the pitch. And he's going to hit a fastball deep towards right field, who's going to get caught out by the right fielder. The right fielder throws it home, and Josh Lowe is going to slide, and he is safe to get them an extra run. So now the score is 5-2 with 2 outs. We're going to go to the bottom of the 9th here. Pete Fairbanks is in to possibly close out the game. And that is going to be hit by Luis Campesino, who's going to hit it over towards the right fielder, which is going to allow him to get a double safely in. Xander Bogaerts is up to bat. Here comes the pitch, and that is going to be a strikeout for Xander, and that is going to be the first strikeout for the bottom of the 9th. The Rays need 2 more strikeouts. Jake Cronworth is up to bat next. He is 0 for 3, but he got walked back in the 7th. He has 5 home runs and 21 RBIs. Here comes the pitch, and he is going to hit it over towards Wander Franco, who's going to throw it to first, not get there in time. So now they have a man at second and a man on first after that base hit for Jake Cronworth. And Juan Soto is up to bat, who has been giving them issues today. And it looked like it will not be affecting them now that it's the second out, as Luke Ridley is going to throw it to third to keep the second baseman stuck. Pete Fairbanks and the Rays need 1 more out to win the game. Matt Carpenter is up. He is 0 for 3. Here comes the pitch, and he is going to hit this deep towards left field. Josh Lowe was running to get to it. The second baseman is going to get a score. Juan Soto's right behind him. He's going to get the score. And the Padres are down by 1 with a chance to get an extra run, or they can get a 2-run homer to win the game with 2 outs. Nelson Cruz is up to bat, and he is going to hit that, and it is going to be out thanks to Luke Raley, as the Rays are going to win this game. A tight ball game. The first game of this series, 5-4, is the score. We're going to start at the bottom of the fourth with game 2. Rougned Odor is up to bat, taking on Drew Rasmussen, and he is going to catch that curveball deep towards center field, and it is out of here. And Rougned Odor is going to get the home run to start the game up, and that is going to be his first home run of the season as the Padres lead this game. Looking at the replay here, he caught that cleanly curveball going center field. You cannot miss out on opportunities like that, and he does it as he gets them to score, and he gets himself his first home run of the game. Now we're going to go to the top of the ninth with a chance to raise the tie it, and Harold Ramirez is going to strike out, and the Padres are going to win game 2, looking to go into game 3 to take this series. Here we are with game 3, looking at the recap. The Rays win game 1, 5-4. The Padres win game 2, 1-0. Can the Rays win game 3 on the road, or will the Padres take game 3 to start their winning streak? Zach Eflin's up the bat, taking on Xander Bogaerts, and he's going to hit that one deep towards left field, and Randy is not going to time it correctly, allowing it to bounce off the wall, allowing him to get a double. Oh, no, he's going to third, and that is going to be a triple for Xander Bogaerts to start the game off. Jose's up the bat, and he's going to hit it. It's going to get stopped by Francisco, and that is going to be an out, but at the same time, Xander is going to get a score. So now they are up 1-0. Josh Lowe's up the bat, and he's going to hit a slider deep towards right field, and it is gone. And that is going to tie the game for the Rays, as Josh Lowe is going to get his 4th home run of the season. Shane Baz is the new pitcher in the bottom of the 5th with 1 out, 2 men on base, 1 on second, 1 on third. Juan Soto is going to hit it deep towards right field. That is going to be a sacrifice fly, which allows them to get another run. So the score is now 2-1 as they move the second baseman to third. 2 outs. Can they get another out to keep the score from extending? They're going to bring in Sean Armstrong in the bottom of the 7th. He is fully loaded with bases, and they're going to get another run. Going to get one more to push it to 4. And so now they're down by 3 as San Diego's up 4-1. Still in the bottom of the 7th. Ball hit to a shortstop, and it is going to get missed by Yan Diaz. And that is going to allow another run. And so now the score is 5-1. So the Rays defense getting lackadaisical, not paying attention, and Yandy is going to allow them to get an extra run. Still in the bottom of the 7th. Sean Armstrong is having a hard time getting out of here, but this time it looks like it's going to be a double there. So they're going to get a double play of 4-6-3, and that is going to allow the second baseman to get to third with a chance for another score. One more out. Here comes the pitch, and that is going to hit towards right field, and that is going to allow them to get another score in the bottom of the 7th. So the score is starting to rack up, and the Ray defense is starting to crumble before our eyes. But he is going to strike out Rougned Odor to get out of the bottom of the 7th finally. They got 10 hits to the Rays 4 with 1 error. Here we are in the bottom of the 8th. Sean Armstrong still in the game, and that ball is going to get hit over towards Centerville. Jose Siri unable to get to it cleanly, allowing Xander Bogaerts to slide to third and Jose to get to first. They have 2 outs. They just need one more out to keep the score from extending here even further. Sean Armstrong still in, taking on Juan Soto. He's going to hit that over towards center field. That is going to be another score for 7 as the second baseman is going to get the second. Juan Soto gets the first. He gets himself an RBI single. Still in the bottom of the 8th, Sean Armstrong is struggling. I don't know why they have not pulled him yet, as Josh Lowe is going to miss the ball, allowing another run. And Jose Siri is not going to throw it. I don't know why he was hesitating, but that is going to allow them to get another run. And they just keep adding another and another, and they just keep going and going. And they're going to bring in Colin Poche, hopefully to keep the score from extending even more. A man at second, 2 outs. Just need one more out, and that is not going to do it as it goes over the head of Randy Arozarena, and that is going to be score number 10, allowing that hitter to get to second, getting himself an RBI double. And they keep pushing and pushing, showing their dominance. And this game is pretty much over as the Rays are going to give up another hit, allowing the second baseman to get home. And he is going to slide in time to make the score 11. And Colin Poche is unable to keep the score from pushing any further. The Rays just did not put up any fight going into the bottom of the 8th. Still, finally going to get an out to end this suffering. And that is going to end the bottom of the 8th. And pretty much going to end the game as the Rays are unable to get anything going. And this is going to be another blowout loss, another tough loss for the Rays, and it is not looking good for our team and for our season. We were having a perfectly good season, man, and after the Boston games, things just went haywire, unable to get hits. Our bullpen has not been able to do what they're supposed to do, which just is adding more of a struggle for this team. So we're going to sim the next couple of games, getting ready to go take on the Diamondbacks. So we lose to Baltimore in the game 1. The Rays are going to defeat them in game 2, 6-3. We're going to lose game 3, and we're going to jump to the Kansas City game. And we're going to win this one. We beat the Royals 15-5. We're going to win game 2 against them, and we're going to against Kansas City. Can we get this game against Kansas City? The Royals defeat the Rays by 1 in game 3. So through all of that, we end up winning 4 games out of this whole series, getting ready before we can take on the Diamondbacks. And we are 8 games behind New York to try to even think about getting back in first place. Toronto's in front of us by 2 games. The Yankees are in front of us by 3. So that's going to end this video. Hope you guys enjoy.
Evo on the beat.